Hey, Mr. Fish, what you got there?
Well, Fred, this is a thermometer. Want to know how it works?
I sure do.
Great, because today I was hoping to talk about how a thermometer works and how a thermometer is a great example of the transfer of thermal energy and equilibrium.
Sounds great, Mr. Fish. Let's get started.
Awesome, Fred. As you know, a thermometer is often used to measure the temperature of something. You put it in something cold, and the liquid inside the thermometer goes down. You put it in something warm, and the liquid inside the thermometer goes up.
Yeah, I've always kind of wondered why that happens.
Okay, the first thing you need to know is that the liquid inside thermometers, and usually it's alcohol, especially if it's red, is something that expands when it gets warmer and contracts when it gets colder. That's why the liquid in the thermometer goes down when it gets cold and up when it gets warm. So let's say you put this thermometer in a cup of hot water. Well, that hot water has a lot of thermal energy, and it starts transferring the thermal energy to the liquid in the thermometer. Well, like we just said, when the liquid in the thermometer gets warm, it starts to rise.
Okay, Mr. Fish, I get that. But what makes it stop rising?
Well, that's a great question, Fred. That's about thermal equilibrium. Here, let me show you. So, if you're one of my students at home, I'm going to want you to turn to the next page in your science notebook. I've already given you the assignment. What page this is supposed to go into? Your heading is Thermometers, an example of equilibrium. Thermal energy, like we just discussed, in the warm water transfers to the cooler liquid in the thermometer. The liquid expands, taking up more space in the thermometer and moving up the scale. When the liquid is at the same temperature as the water, there's no more heat flow. This is called equilibrium. In other words, the liquid inside the thermometer is the same temperature as the solution that it's measuring. Now, something to keep in mind is that this can happen in reverse as well. If the thermometer is warmer than the liquid that you put it in, then the thermometer transfers its thermal energy to the liquid until they are both at the same temperature. And that causes the liquid in the thermometer to contract, and that's how the liquid showing the temperature in the thermometer goes down. So go ahead and pause the video and take the time to copy this down into your science notebook. When you're done, just hit play.
Wow, Mr. Fish. Thanks for explaining.
No problem, Fred. I hope you understand it now.
I sure do. See you soon. Soon!